It's no surprise that Twitter doesn't have a good reputation. In fact, I remember a meme that I came across online saying, "Welcome to Twitter. Post something here so you can get fired 9 years in the future." Twitter has been instrumental at creating a online persecution culture. And by this I mean people gathering in order to try to get other people's livelihood ruined. Usually this happened over jokes, over semantics, over wrong opinions. And it was done by people who are absolutely hypocritical. Like, for example, when the Wall Street Journal attacked PewDiePie for making anti Semitic jokes, turns out that one of the journalists attacking him, not only did they have a thumbnail of South Park, which is a show that also makes anti Semitic jokes, but the journalists made anti Semitic jokes themselves. And they didn't care because this is how the modern Twitter Inquisition operated. You have some really horrible people that were in charge of having access to a certain number of followers, and they would use their followers in order to attack others and try to get them fired. I think like the worst case that I have ever seen was when a football player from Serbia was praying for LA Galaxy. And this happened at the height of the BLM protests. And while he was out of the country, his wife, which was back in Serbia, tweeted a meme. And she immediately deleted the meme. However, the football player was forced to disavow his wife. And not only that, after he disavowed his wife, he was forced to apologize on behalf of his wife. And then he was supposed to apologize on behalf of himself, even though he didn't do anything. And after that, he was fired anyway. And as he's walking out, there were people gathering and booing and harassing him. And that is the culture that Twitter creates. I guess like the moral of the story was that he had to control his woman better. Because again, like his wife was the one that tweeted the meme. It wasn't him. There were people that got fired in UK. There were people that got persecuted. I remember there was a guy which hired a plane, had White Lives Matter written on it. And immediately, not only him, but his girlfriend got in trouble as well. So it wasn't necessarily like if you did something, but like also if people around you did something. And all of this persecution would be organized on Twitter, which is very interesting because Twitter had the Trust and Safety Council, which basically protects other Twitter users from bad feelings, stuff that you can simply avoid by muting or blocking the people. But no, like, they had the Trust and Safety Council to simply remove the account. Meanwhile, if you were being harassed in real life, like people were calling your job and they were organizing on Twitter to do this, that was perfectly within the confine of the rules. So, due to this, Twitter has a really rotten reputation, which I guess like Elon Musk is trying to fix right now by tweeting this, which got 49.4 million views. If you are unfairly treated by your employer due to posting or liking something on this platform, we will fund your legal bill. No limit. Please let us know. So this is really grandiose coming from him. I do not think that he may actually do this because the cost of doing something like this is enormous. But it is good PR for Twitter. Like, unironically, if he manages to get a couple of people, like maybe 5 or 6 people off the hook by paying for their legal bills and raises awareness about how bad they were treated. I mean, for liking a post. This is so mind-numbingly ridiculous, right? Like you like something and you get fired. And the reason that it's ridiculous is the culture that it creates. It basically suggests that the corporation owns your soul now. It's not like in the old days when you'd go to work for 8 hours and then you come home and you do whatever you want and you're getting your privacy and your free time. And, you know, if you act like an asshole, it's only your circle of friends that going to mistreat you. No, it's like you need to get fired from your job of what you do when you're in private. So basically, like, your company should own you, own your decisions, own everything you say. Hopefully, like Walt Disney, you know, they own Stan Lee even after he passed away. So this is the type of culture that actual progressives endorse. And when I say progressive, I mean left-leaning people that should be against big corporations. They should be against this type of outreach. But no, like that, they think it's a good thing. They think it's great that a company gets to decide what a person says in their own free time, even if it has nothing to do with their job. Gina Carano, another example. Like, she was fired over a tweet. Absolutely ridiculous. So there are people that are now taking Elon Musk up on his offer. Libs of TikTok is saying that trans activists appear to get women fired for following Libs of TikTok and other conservatives on Twitter. There are people that are pointing out that Epstein committed a lot of crimes, but he never lost access to the banks. Instead, the truck drivers and My Pillow guy lost access to the banks. There's many people coming out. And there's also people that are upset that Elon is doing this. Like, they're absolutely livid. And they're like, oh, well, it's a free country. Like, people should be able to punish others for the consequences of their actions. And I'm like, oh, well, then it's a free country. I guess Elon Musk should be able to use his money to fund the legal defense of the people that have been persecuted. As you can see, Elon Musk is already, like, talking with Kara, right? So, like, I do think, like, this is what he is trying to do. He's trying to raise the PR of the company. It's a really good move. He is taking advantage over the fact that the culture is shifting, and many people are now finding out how these individuals behaved in the past on Twitter and find their behavior to be absolutely appalling. And hopefully, like, some people will benefit from this. I also seen lawyers that want to work with Elon Musk. They're like, hey, you know, if you're doing this, hire me. I'm a good lawyer. So it's interesting. Like, the opinions aren't unanimous. There's different talking points going on, and I think this is healthy for discourse. But I am definitely going to be interested in seeing, not to mention, like, the people that Elon is going to defend are going to become famous. And you are going to see how these activists have been behaving all of this time in the online space, especially because a lot of people have no idea. Like, a lot of people who only read the press and never spend time on Twitter do not know how these activists that champion empathy and progressive values genuinely behave when it is against someone they don't like. I mean, right here, it shows the fragility of these activists. Like, you're going to try to get someone else's life ruined just because they are following someone on TikTok and they're liking people's tweets? Like, this is insane, right? So, no, like, I think this woman should be able to sue. And hopefully with Elon's money and a team of legal experts, she should be able to win. They're doing this in order to set an example, by the way. Like, they're doing this in order to create a culture of fear, basically. It's like, if you have certain opinions and thoughts, you better keep them to yourself, because we want people to feel isolated and alienated. Like, we want people with your opinions to feel that they're alone. So if you go out and you talk about your opinions, and we're going to try to get you fired so that we set an example. This is why they're doing it. This is what the activism is. It's not about convincing people, persuading people, being rational in a conversation. No, it's literally, you open your mouth, there will be consequences. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.